Hello YouTube, how are you? Good, I hope. It's Crazything here, the airbrush guy. You probably knew that already, you wouldn't be here. But hey, if you're new, welcome in. This is my airbrush shop. And I wanted to take a few minutes of your time today to not only show you some pretty cool projects, but I want to do a little bit better explanation on some of them. And maybe give you a little heads up on me. And who I am and where I came from and things. Not too much, just the art part. See, 9 years ago at Christmas, my mother and my uncle got an airbrush kit for me, and it had everything in it I needed. All I had to do was put it together, plug it in, and go. And that's what I did. I remember airbrushing a green skull on the styrofoam that it came in. That was the first thing I've ever airbrushed. And that's kind of what I want to do with this video, is answer some of those questions like I get all the time. Like, you know, what's the first thing you ever airbrushed? Well, that was it. It was the package it came in. But it was just such a wonderful way to express my art and what I do. And I was just like, man, you know, where has this been all my life? So I committed to changing myself. My airbrush gun saved my life many times over. Instead of going out and doing the crazy stuff I used to do, I would engulf myself into my work and try to get better and practice and practice and practice. And I sat out here in this shop thousands of hours, days, nights, weekends, it didn't matter. Any chance I could, if I had 20 minutes or if I had 3 hours, I was out here airbrushing. So that was what it took to get me where I'm at. And then the more I airbrushed, the more people wanted. Like, can you do this and can you do that? I don't know. Let me try. Let me practice. And then after a while, I was like, hey, I'll trade you for this if you'll airbrush me that. Okay, that's cool. Next thing I know, people wanted to buy my work. Like, I will pay you X amount of dollars if you will do this. Hey, I like that idea. So then next thing I know, now I've got a side gig for a couple years. And it was nice, but it got to where I couldn't do both. I couldn't airbrush and work full time all at the same time. So, you know, life got in the way. So we had to make a decision, and me and Beth, my wife, we talked about it. She supported me, and I told her, I was like, the more I airbrush, the more time I put in, the more results I get. But I'm just running out of time. And she said, you know what? I believe in you. Go for it. And that's all. That is all Crazything needed to take off and just give it 150%. And that's what I've been doing, guys. You see a lot of the stuff behind me. That's stock items that I keep around all the time. And as you can see, there's cute stuff. There's dark stuff. There's skulls. There's a little bit of everything, you know. And I pride myself in that because it took me 9 years to get where I can tell people, yeah, I will airbrush a likeness of anything you want. Now, portraits are my most difficult, but I'll still give it my best. But to be able to tell people, I will airbrush a likeness of whatever you want, that's awesome. That feels great. So what I'm going to do today, other than ramble on, is show you some of my cool stuff I've been doing lately. No, I didn't do that. That's a decal for the Crazything Army that you are a part of, by the way. This is a ceramic tile that I have discontinued. I don't make these anymore. I'm getting ready to give that one away, actually. It's a license plate. These are cool. There's one of my business partners, DS Crafty Creation. They're awesome. Anything you need, they can customize it as well. Check out these spider hats. I got a feeling somebody's gonna get thumped upside the head with these, right? Can you imagine? Well, if you don't like spiders, you might want to look away because I wanted to challenge myself like I always do. Look at that. That's an 11 by 14 canvas. And that dude looks like it's going to move. if you watch long enough, it looks like it is going to move. It better not. I will throw the phone and take off running. You tell me, do you like that? Do you like that one? Like, I don't like spiders. They give me the creeps. Yeah, see, And I think it's impressive if you can airbrush something that gives you the creeps. You better not move, I'm telling you. It better not move. But even if you don't like spiders, how'd I do? Does it look cool? Got the Oogie Boogie tree skirt over here. The owl. You know I enjoy my owls. So the other day I was asked, do you know how good you are? Do you realize how good you are? Like, no, I don't. I see other artists out there that are better, and it pushes me to thrive to be that good. And I know I've got a long way to get where I want to be, especially as a freehand airbrush artist, since I don't use tape or stencils or masks or anything else, whatever else you want, shields, whatever you want to call it. I don't use none of that. I just, like a canvas like this or these, neither one of those. I did not tape anything off. I just started airbrushing it. I didn't measure anything. I didn't use a stencil. I just airbrushed it. So they were like, well, how good do you want to be? That was actually a good question that got me thinking. So I tell you what, I'll tell you how good I want to be. Like that spider there looks like it's going to move, right? My goal as an artist, I want to get to where I can airbrush a horse. I've airbrushed several. A bunch. I'm still nowhere near as good at it as I want to be. I want to airbrush a horse that when you look at it, whatever it's on, that it looks like it's going to move. That you have to take a double take and be like, that's a painting? That's the level I want to achieve as an airbrush artist and as a freehand airbrush artist. That will not be easy. And that's okay. I'm up for the challenge. I like airbrushing my animals. They're cute. They're non-specific, you know, because that's not a specific deer. Like a human portrait, you know. I'm still doing horses. You know, and I do a decent job on a horse. You can tell it's a horse, not a problem. I'm getting the shapes, the hair. Here's my latest. One of my amazing customers saw me airbrushing this live on TikTok and went to my Etsy page and purchased it before it was even finished. Hopefully you think I done a decent job. But I promise you, it's nowhere near as close as it's going to be. Not near as close as I want it to be. But that'll come, okay? Give me time. I'm always pushing myself. Always trying to get better. And you help with that. If you watch this video all the way through, you are amazing. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for sharing it and hitting the like button and commenting. You can comment on my Facebook and my TikTok and my YouTube. Go to crazythingart.com if you want to see even more. You can go to crazythingart.com and actually see my early stuff versus things I'm doing now and watch as I evolved as an artist. Because a lot of people haven't followed me since the beginning, because it's a long time to follow an artist. But there's a few of you out there that have, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, guys, I've got a lot of growing to do, a lot of learning to do, and with you, it's going to happen. So I'm going to get off here, and I'll catch you in the next one.